Good morning and welcome. This is Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. I am Henry Igwebike. We start off today with our newspapers and possibly we get on to our main conversation just after that. Please do well to be part of what we do. You can always find us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. We're very so honored to have with us, joining us via Zoom from Lagos State, Nigeria, Barrister Tunji Abdul Hamid. He is a barrister, law public affairs analyst. Good morning to you, barrister, and welcome to Enterprise Morning today.
Good morning, Henry. Thank you for having me. It's my privilege.
All right, thank you so very much, barrister. And we'd love to start off with the Punch newspaper this morning. And we have the big story: mass failure jammed VCs to review UTME results on Thursday. And on the same newspaper, Tinubu Akpabio governors pay Clark final respect. Cash transfer missed millions of needy Nigerians, and that's coming from World Bank. And one would think that all the cash transfers as made possible by this administration had gotten to the right people. But World Bank has stated right now that lots of Nigerians have missed out on the opportunity. The question now is, where has all the money gone to? That's a big question. But Paris, I'd love you to talk on this particular matter just before we get into the World Bank money transfer, which the World Bank is saying hasn't gotten to anybody. On this particular story, political let me see if I can get that again. Political firefight. Saraki panel mobilizes PDP bigwigs against defection. I'd love you to speak to me on this particular matter.
Yeah, I think that came about because of the meeting held by the governor and former governor and the major stakeholder in the party sometimes last week, probably this weekend, Sunday. And because of that, the meeting was called to find a way forward and to see how the disagreement in the party can be resolved. And it's a good one that they've nominated and appointed Dr. Bukola Saraki, arguably one of the best senior presidents that we have in our country, or that we have had in our country. If you recall, he has done this before. He did it before 2023 election. No, not even 2020 election, before the 2019 election, when people were even talking about PDP is gone, PDP is dead. He was able to do it, and he was able to achieve that before the 2023 election or so. I can't remember again. He was able to do that. He was able to rally down that the party people were aggrieved, and he was able to resolve it. He has been given that opportunity again now to see how that can happen again, so that the issue on ground can be resolved. You see, I'm not surprised. They will accept if we are deceiving ourselves. It's not about the party not being able to control their people. It's not about the party not being able to resolve their crisis. It's about individuals who are fighting for their own personal interests. That is just it. You see, once a party is not in power in Nigeria, you will see all sorts of crises in it, because individual interests will want to prevail. People want to hijack the control of the party. People want to sell the party. People want to use the party as a conduit to make money. That's what you see. So everybody wants to position themselves in a position whereby they will be able to negotiate and even probably sell the party to the oppositions or who are willing to buy. And that's what you see some people. That's why you see some people who are working against the party still remain in the party. They remain in the party to work to do damage to the party. And there's nothing. You see, the only party that has the control of its member is the ruling party in Nigeria. Not because they fear the president, not because they fear the chairman of the party, not because they fear the stakeholders, but because they believe that, look, once you are seen as a loyal party member, you are likely to be rewarded with appointment or something. So even if you are angry, you will keep it, you bottle it, you will not say it out. But in PDP today, in Labour Party today, they are not expecting that anything will be given to them. That even if they do otherwise, the worst is that they will leave the party and go elsewhere. So because of that, people don't behave. And that's why you see people who sit down, and some people who call themselves leader of the party, sit down, they destroy the party in the name of trying to say the problem of the party. They cause media chat every now and then, repeat the same thing. I'm even tired of that media chat, because they come around, talk about the same thing. You see, we said they should send the ticket to, so you cannot have presidents in one place and have the chairman. These are I'm tired of hearing this. I'm tired. I don't expect leaders, those who condemn the leader, to come outside and start raising all these issues if they truly love the party. These are issues to be discussed internally. These are issues to be discussed within the party. But they will come on media and start destroying the party in the name of deliberately so. Deliberately so. That's their target. In the name of they're trying to find solution to the problem. You see, you can. It's a way forward. And I don't believe when people say PDP is dead. Must you be in a? Is it only when you get a presidential slot that you are alive? The party still have how many number of senators? They still have how many number of House of Rep members? They still have how many governors, sitting governors? They still have how many members of House of Assemblies? They still have so many people. The people in power today, they were outside the government for over 20 years. The AD, ACN that became a APC today was in the system for how many years? It became and they couldn't get anything until they became a APC. So and AD is even alive today. And that's why when people talk about it's only President Tinubu that has never decamped, I say it's not correct. He has decamped. AD is still alive today. He was in AD from the start. AD to and he moved from AD to ACN. So is that not decamp? So if they tell you the president is the only person who has not decamped in the country, I tell them it's not correct. I say so, and I give you the facts. The AD is still a party in existence today. He's still alive, and the president has left AD for APC. So that is the camping. The camp in Nigeria is normal for a politician because it's not about the national interest. It's about their personal interest. So wherever they will not be able to achieve their personal interest, they go to where they can achieve it. And that's you see, if anybody tells you today that they were coming to APC because the APC is doing well, you see from yourself whether that is true or not. It's because they want to ensure that the position they are holding today, they continue with that position, or they want to negotiate for future position.
But if I might ask, Barrister, do you think the truth being made possible by Dr. Bukola Saraki would further stop the defection as it stands today? Omoen of Akwa Ibom State was stated to have alluded that he is neither with the PDP nor the APC, but we all know where he is panning to. So would Bukola Saraki's peace talk possibly make those still hanging with the PDP remain fully with the PDP?
That is the purpose. The purpose is to make it to stop it, or even reduce it, or even extinguish it completely. That is the purpose. So whether they will be able to achieve it or not is an answer that I cannot give now. But I think Dr. Saraki, like I said earlier on, has the capacity, has the ability to do that. He has done it before. This is not the first time. He has done that the constitution before, and he was able to. When people were saying PDP is dead at that time, he brought them back to limelight, and they competed favorably with before they lost when the election was lost. The people. So I still believe that PDP is still strong. They may not win the presidential ticket election or whatever. That does not mean the party is dead. The party is still alive, and the party is still running, and all people are still there. People will still be winning election. And if I were to be given opportunity, I would say that we should even work more on states, on winning states, rather than focus majorly on a federal. I know those are the federal. That's their own major concern, because that is where they think their interest will be achieved.
All right,
so, but the state is also important. If they are able to capture more states, even the ruling party will be afraid that look, this party is getting stronger. But everybody is looking at federal, that we must win the federal, and that's why all discussions are geared towards winning presidential election. I know it's very important. and it's a cocoa in this country, because the president has the major power, and the presidency, the federation, and the federal government has the major soup to be consumed by everybody. That's why they are looking at that area. I think it's possible and it's doable, but particularly with the person in charge, Dr. Bukola Saraki. It's possible and it's doable.
Very true. Let's get to the Daily Trust newspaper for today. We have the big story here. Boko Haram kills 4 soldiers in renewed onslaught on military bases. Dr. Barrister, I'd love you to speak to this matter, because it's at a time when Nigerians had thought that it's possible that the Boko Haram insurgency would have slowed down in the north and the northeast. Right now, Kwara is part of those states, unfortunately, that's been taken over. Some parts of Kwara has been taken over by insurgent groups, and it's really, really despicable. But most importantly, knowing that these people are gunning down our gallant soldiers every other day. Do you think the government has got what it really takes to control this issue?
Yeah, they're not showing that they have the capacity, even though I know we have the capacity, but they are not showing it.
And why do you think it's so? Why do you think they don't have the capacity?
I say we have the capacity. I believe we have the capacity, but they're not showing it.
Oh, okay, all right.
We have the capacity.
Okay.
They're not doing well. They're not doing enough. It's not as if we don't have the capacity. I believe in our military. I believe they have the proper backing and the proper facility and instruments. They can do it. But what we see in this country today is that you will see a humongous amount of money being budgeted for security. You will see state governors collecting 10% of the allocation as security votes, and you will see them do nothing. It's unfortunate that in my state, and you see what you see in Kwara State that's happening today is because the governor is not active. The governor is not showing capacity. He's not even doing enough in terms of not even in terms of welfare and even the security itself, which is the major problem, which is the major job of the governors of the government. My governor is not. When I say my governor here, I'm saying so because I'm from Kwara State. He's not been doing enough. He's not been doing any in terms of this area. He's found wanting every area. He's always not available. We don't know where he stays. He doesn't do much.
Is he part of those governors? Is he part of those governors that report from Abuja? They live in Abuja and they control their states from there.
He reports from Abuja, from Lagos. He stays more in Lagos and Abuja than Kwara. And when you have a governor that is like a sole administrator, that you see that thing cannot move in that kind of a state because nothing can be done without the governor's involvement. The commissioners that were appointed were like a PA or even just domestic staffs who are seen as supporting the government. And that's why you see that in my state, I'm not aware that they've even since the inception of this government, I'm not aware they've done 3 or so executive meeting physically. I'm not sure. What they do is they interact through WhatsApp and get directive and instructions. So you can see the kind of situation we have in that state. The governor is not doing enough. He's not showing capacity. He's not showing that he knows what it takes to do it. He's not providing enough. I'm not saying he's majorly responsible for the security situation in the state, but he can support with his support. You remember on those states, what the late governor did, which is thinking. He introduced Amatekun and he gave them the necessary support, and with that, they were safe in a bit in that state from those issues. But what are we doing in our state? I'm not aware that anything's been done. We are just waiting for the president to do things. I know, I agree, I believe, and I know that the president is the commander-in-chief, and the responsibility of the security for the federation rests on the president. But by governor the governors they collect what we call security votes, and they also collect money in that regard. So they are considered as the chief security officer of the state. So I believe they should also think outside the box, think of what to do. And so, but in general, the federal government is not doing enough when it comes to security. And the issue of talking, the summit and this or that is not what we need now. What we need is action. Why must we wait for these people to attack before we do anything? We don't plan on how to conquer them or how to attack them. We plan on how to defend. Is that how to? And I'm told that the best form of attack is the best form of defense is to attack. So if we, in our own case here, what we do is to wait for them to commit an offense somewhere or commit atrocity somewhere or kill people somewhere. Then we start rushing to that place and start seeing how to do it. That means we are not proactive. We are reactionary to the attack. So I think we need to do more. We are not doing enough in terms of security. We're not providing enough personnel. The welfare of the people are not being taken. We have been saying this all the time, that the welfare is not enough. You cannot be at the war front and you'll be thinking of how to pay school fees, how to pay house rent, how to pay this and that, how your family will eat. You cannot concentrate. And in that, we have been told so much money have been pushed into it. Where are they? You can't see it. So it's that time we get serious and then get the job done.
All right, that's very, very well said, because one would be very surprised that Kwara of all states, that is becoming the headquarters of Mahmuda insurgent groups, and it's really very despicable.
We are very close to Niger. We are very close to Benue. We are a bit close to Niger, Benue, and we are bordered by some of those states where they have a crisis. Rather than us think ahead and provide the security so they won't be able to encroach in our state, we stayed aloof, and that is the result we are seeing today.
Very true, and we sincerely hope that something will be done very soon. But let's take a look at Vanguard newspaper. A very interesting stories here. On ending crisis, PDP in ICU may die. Ex-Benue governor Suswan. Now, these are people who were very great stakeholders of the PDP, and if they are stating that the PDP currently is on ICU, then it's really a very bad story.
It's unfortunate that kind of statement is coming from that kind of person. This is a man who is thinking of becoming the chairman of the party, who's thinking of taking a stage, but because he's not getting his way around that, is because he's thinking he's an ally of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, a close supporter of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, thinking that because probably there's a work that the people are working against Alhaji Atiku Abubakar interests, they are all trying to paint the party bad so that they'll be able to escape to whatever they want to escape to achieve their own personal benefit. It's not a stakeholder, a leader. I don't believe should be talking in this manner. Your party, the party you are in, the party you are trying to be chairman, you are talking even if it's true. These are issues to be discussed internally, not for public consumption. When you say this publicly, you are painting your party bad, and you are making it look like you are even discouraging people who have confidence.
And he's still a member. He is still a card-carrying member of the PDP, right?
He's a member. I told you, he's even scheming to become the chairman as we speak. As we speak, he's scheming to become the chairman of the party. And it's unfortunate that kind of thing is coming from himself. Some people who call themselves leader in the party, in the name of trying to find solution, will come on social media and come on the TV and national TV and internet TV, start talking things that should be talked internally or inside, and in the name of we are looking for solution. Just like my grandpa, Chief Bode George, is always coming to station, to TV, and talk bad about his party in the name of his looking for solution. They are putting the party in a more bad shape. I advise them to keep quiet and run the thing internally. Solve the problem internally if you have a solution. Not to come to the TV and start running a commentary regards to what is bad, and it's even exaggerating the thing the way they are.
But Barrister, you agree with me, different strokes for different folks. When internal resolution is difficult, when it is becoming very difficult, and people like Nyesom Wike are increasingly making it much more difficult for internal resolution within the party. So don't you think it's very important that those stakeholders who have been there, especially Bode George, has been there for a very long time? If there's one example of a Nigerian politician that has not left his party, it is Chief Bode George. So he has the rights to say some of these things, knowing that he was part of those that incubated the party.
And if you talk about one of the major stakeholders in the party, one of the founders of the party, who has destroyed the party more, who has worked against his party, you also mentioned Chief Bode George. He openly worked against his party in 2023, and he's coming on TV to say the same thing and to accuse people of not loving the party. He clearly worked against the party openly.
Do you have facts to that, Barrister?
If you talk about people, what to say?
I said, do you have facts to that claim?
Mr. Bode George Chief Bode George said it clearly that he will not work for the governor candidate of the party because he doesn't like him. He said it clearly that he was part of the G5 who worked against the party. So what of the G5? What did they do? They fell apart because of the disagreement. Probably something else happened, and there was disagreement, and he left. But he was part of it. He said it. He's even saying it to date.
Yes, yes, Barrister, the inside sources that we have, if you go back to what actually caused the problem, was that the candidate of the PDP was asked to allow Rhodes Viver to be part of the team, but he deliberately refused that, and knowing that the whole party was really trying to ensure that it wins.
Henry, the point is that did he work against his party? Even if the candidate that he doesn't like emerge.
Barrister, let's not forget here, Chief Bodejot has been with the party for a very long time. So he has the right to, of course, call to attention some of those very salient matters. So don't you think so?
Yeah, you are right. He has been one of the founding father of the party. He has been there since inception. He has benefited from the party. He has held so many positions. He has participated in so many elections. And in that regard, he is qualified to say anything. But notwithstanding, Chief Bodejot is also part of those who destroyed the party to an extent, in quotes. Because I remember in 2023, he was part of those who worked against the party in the state and the national. He worked against the interests of the state, of the candidate of the party in the state. That is, what's his name again? Jendol.
Jendol, yeah.
He worked against him simply because he said he is not his candidate, or he wanted Badeboro's Five to be his deputy, and he refused to. And in that regard, he said openly that he will not work for the party. He also joined the G5, if you recall, to work against the party. And what was the G5 doing? They were working against the interests of the party at that time. So if a senior member of the party in that category could do that, and this is the same Chief Bodejot that will always tell us party supremacy party is supreme, and the supremacy of the party should be respected. So if you respect his party supremacy, whatever the position of the party, in as much as it's a position of the party, even if it's against your interest, you must support it. So, but what they say and what they do are not the same. So you cannot spare Chief Bodejot when you talk about the problem of the party. And yes, he has the right to. So I'm saying that even if let's even forgive and forget that he has done that. If you have solution to the problem, why not go to as a senior stakeholder of the member, as a BOT member, a senior one for that matter? Why not go inside, call your other colleagues, discuss it, and find a way around it? And if they refuse to follow you, you don't join the likes of a Minister of FCT to start calling media chats or start going to one TV or the other to start talking about what you have done that the party is not doing, or what is you are running the party down. You may have a good intention that the intention is to ensure that they do the right thing. But when it becomes a national public issue, it will be interpreted differently. What Chief Bodejot, what I will say here that will not make news. If you say by Chief Bodejot tomorrow, it will become news. So they carry weight. What they say carry weight. Same thing as a former Governor Soswan. And so in that regard, if Governor Soswan is saying the party is in ICU, so what is he saying? Indirectly, he's saying the party is dead. It's gradually dying. And if the party is dying, is it within their mouth that is it not for them to see how the party will come up? The same thing to those governors who are claiming that the party is not resolving its matter. Therefore, they are leaving the party. Who are supposed to be in charge of controlling the party, of governing the party, of administering the affairs of the party? The governors. They are the one in charge. They are the owner of the party, in quotes. Owner in the sense that they bankroll the activity of the party. And whoever pays the piper, how do they say it? Dictate the tone.
Yeah.
So if both of them now stay aloof without involving themselves in how to resolve the matter and blaming other people, what should we say? A governor of Delta State and his people left because they say there's an internal crisis in the party and it can't be resolved. What role did they play in resolving it? What was that? Since PDP lost election 2023, I've not had former Governor Okowa say anything.
But Barrister,
but
Barrister, the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, is still an active member of the party. What has he done to resolve the problems within the party himself?
You see, I've told you, everybody have different agenda. The agenda of FCT minister is to destroy the party for the purpose of giving APC the chance.
Then why not expel him? Why not expel him outrightly?
That's one of the options. But you see, it's not for me as a boy as a boy that may not know anything. According to some people, they will say he doesn't know anything in politics. For me, politics is not a company where the MD will just wake up and say I sack you because you are not performing. Other people in politics, it's about numbers. Take it or leave it. Minister Wike is able to achieve what he's achieving because certain members of the party are working with him. And they are working for him. And he has people who are loyal to him in the party.
Which means he's a mole. So which means he's a mole in the party. And when you have a mole in any organization, that is the dead.
I know, because the issue is this: suspending him, would they be able to also pin his mouth and say don't talk about PDP again whenever you're talking? Or don't interact with our people again? Would they be able to also hold him to that? What he's doing is not about giving the party directives. It is because people who are members of the party are working with him. So these are the problem, not the Wike himself. It is these people who are working, and that's why I say most of them are working because these things are happening because of the personal interest of some of the people.
So these people on that reference, are they a majority? And if they are, do you think this would affect Atiku's opportunity in the future? Do you think Atiku would love to remain with the party? It's a three-legged equation there.
Alhaji Atiku also is not, with due respect, is not even doing enough as well to resolve the crisis in the party. Whether he's looking for a way to just take himself out of the problem, or just expand his own what's it called candidacy for projecting himself for the next election. He is not doing enough. You see, as a leader, even if you feel that you have been offended by certain people, or you call boys, or people you think you are bigger than them, you are not supposed to show it to them. You pretend as a leader and work alongside with them and make them see reason why this will happen. They are all not doing that. So that is the problem the PDP is having now, is that people who are supposed to be leader are not leader. They are not leading. That is the problem. And that's why Mr. Wike is able to achieve what he's achieving. Those who are supposed to be leader are not leader. If they are leading well, people being used by Mr. Wike and co may not fall for him. But because there's nobody to run to, and you see in politics, Nigerian politics, it's about money. Take it or leave it. If you say you are a leader in a party, if you can't spend money, you are not leader. So I think when people complain that he run away, this and that, is because once you hold yourself out as the man in charge, that means even if they want to buy broom in the party, they will come to you. Anybody wants to go and pay money for this, they will come to you. Personal money. It's not as if the money was contributed and say, keep it for us. So that whatever we need money will come out. So that's why you see people in government are the one being able to sponsor because they have free money from the government money.
Very true, Barrister. Very, very true.
That's why you see that's why you see them being able to do that. So because Alhaji Atiku is not able to give them money, people see him as irresponsible. That is not showing the leadership. Not because he's not talking, but because he's not giving the right money that they're looking for.
All right.
And because some of them are also thinking that he's been winning the ticket of the party for long. That it's that time he tried to decide to put him somewhere else. But that is politics. What I expect them to do is to come together and work behind the scene and make him lose the election. Not to say you should not contest. It is his right to contest. You come to the election is by delegates from the states. He does not control the governors in the states, and as it is today now, the majority of the governors in the party are even against him. So how will he now capture their delegates during the election? If he's able to capture their delegates, that means they're not doing their job. That means they're not working well. They're not doing the politics well. So either than focus on playing the politics to be able to edge Alhaji Atiku Abubakar out of the contest or to win him at the primary, they were busy trying to see how he will not contest.
Well, because of course there are so many reasons to that.
and I tell you, the position of the governors that there will be no any coalition is because of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. They see that coalition as the baby of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and if they should follow it, if they should follow it, probably they are working for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. I also blame Alhaji Atiku Abubakar in that regard. He did not carry the party along when he was trying to plan the coalition. You cannot do it alone. You are not. PDP is not APC, where individuals or group determine what the interest of the party. PDP is a party where majority of people have their say in it before a decision is taken. Unlike APC, where 1, 2, 3 people can come together and take decision, and that will be binding on everybody. It's not possible in the PDP. Yes. So in that regard, you cannot just go around and say after going around, you now come and say, party, we are moving to, or we are colliding, or we are doing this with it. It's not possible.
Very true, Barrister.
So there's a need for us to have leadership, for the parties to have leadership, so as to be able to achieve the result. But as this now is lacking because of personal interest.
Well, we sincerely hope that Nigeria will grow.
Yes. That does not mean the party is not existing. The party is still not strong. It may not be strong enough to win the presidential election. It will be strong enough to win some states.
Very, very true. Of course.
It's in existence.
Yes, very, very true, Barrister. I would love to really thank you so very much for this clarification. As much as Suzwan has said that PDP is currently on ICU, I would love to believe not every patient that gets to the ICU do people lose. There are patients that go through ICUs and survive. So it's very possible that, according to him, PDP is currently on ICU. There's possibility that he could equally survive. That's just about the time we have for this particular segment. Barrister will be here to do justice to the next topic we have, and equally joining us will be Barrister Van Sufeli. That's when we return. UTME pressure blamed as a 19-year-old Temilengi dies by suicide in Ikorodu in Lagos State, Nigeria. That in the beat is still Enterprise Morning. Please don't go anywhere.